Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there's Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are doing the suburban family thing. We are picking our child up. We just got out of the school pickup line. Zoo school.
Camp pickup line.
Zoo camp pickup line. But yes, we're living in a 3-row SUV, the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek to be specific. And in this video, we'll tell you how it fits our family of 3. Stay tuned. All right, Holly. Second stint in the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek. We had a previous one a year, 2 years ago. That one was white. This one's gunmetal gray. We've had its competition since in the Honda Passport Trail Sport, Pilot Trail Sport. We've had several other 3-row crossovers. But what are your thoughts? We'll start outside, come inside, come to driving impressions after that. What do you think of the look of this one?
It's a pretty car.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is a big one on the outside, but I wouldn't say, it doesn't feel imposing.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I'm going to pan this camera around. The predecessor is right here in front of us, and your sister drives one just like that. All they did really is put a new, basically, skin structure on the vehicle. It's the same bones as that vehicle, but new interior, new exterior, same bones. It feels
like it's got more chiseled edges.
It definitely does.
Okay.
They leaned into the rugged appearance of this generation, and yes, I can see the hip in the rearview mirror that's got some crisp lines on it, and then the whole front of this one, especially being the Rock Creek, definitely is more rugged and imposing.
Yes.
What do you think of the roof rack up there that holds 220 pounds? So if you wanted to put a tent up there for, I guess, one person and some stuff, you could do it. But if you wanted to put your gear up there, do you think it adds to the rugged appeal?
Yes, it does add to the rugged appeal.
That's very, okay. So, generally, you like the exterior of this one. Looks
I do. And I like this
tough.
color too.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And then another thing that makes this look rough and rugged are the all-terrain tires on this one and the Beadlock style wheels. So you had a Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk for the longest. That is essentially what they've done here is they've ruggedized crossover.
Yeah.
All right,
ruggedized crossover. Well, is it an off-roading vehicle or it just looks like?
I mean, given what I do when I take vehicles out to Barnwell, I would say it just looks like it, but it is capable. It has added ground clearance. It's got a different suspension. The tires are massively upgraded for going off pavement, so
maybe this is more of like a camping, but not like a trail.
Yeah. You're not gonna
is it supposed to be a trail? It's Rock Creek.
Yeah. It's up to you and how much of the Nissan marketing you believe. But the last time we had one of these, I took it off-road at Eric's house in his field behind his house. I don't know that this is quite worth a 1-hour one-way trip to Barnwell because most of the obstacles out there are out of the wheelhouse of this. So,
yeah,
there's that. Moving inside.
Is there a towing capacity?
Yeah, 6,000 pounds.
No, not bad.
What are your thoughts moving inside?
I like it.
You hesitated.
Okay, well, it's nice and clean, and but I would say it's just very simple.
Yeah.
There are a few little elements like this side metal. I don't know if it's real metal.
No, it's plastic.
But it almost looks. It feels almost metal.
It's right here. Yeah.
So I like those couple of different elements. We probably wouldn't get a black interior.
But if we got the Rock Creek, this is the only interior.
But okay, so there you go.
Especially with these cloth and leatherette seats. So we have cloth inserts, leatherette everywhere else. They are heated seats, but...
I will quiz you. What's my favorite thing about the dashboard up here?
Real actual analog gauges.
Real actual analog gauges. Hallelujah.
Yep.
But no head-up display.
No, but you do get a 7-inch screen there with a big digital readout. I don't really like the software behind it. It's clunky and not the best on that screen. We have an 8-inch infotainment screen here, which given some of the other vehicles we've been in lately, the other vehicle we're testing right now, 8 inches seems a little small when we've got 27 in the driveway right now.
Yeah, but the buttons are nice and big,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's fine. And you have the touch screen and buttons,
Yeah.
which is nice.
So yeah, and then all the orange accenting stitching.
I do like the stitching here
Yeah.
on the dashboard. That's nice.
And Rock Creek embossed here on the center, and you already alluded to on the seats. So,
Yep.
fairly nice interior. You want to know some of my favorite things about the interior?
Sure.
Well, we're going to have to wait because we're turning on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas.
To be continued.
See what I did there? We're doing our route a little bit backwards here, picking Tucker up from a zoo camp. But what are your thoughts? I guess we need to get past the stop sign a little bit, but on the ride of this, we'll see. Tucker,
Let's see.
how's your wobbly head right now?
A little wobbly.
A little wobbly?
Yeah, sometimes it kind of moves this. It was wheel moving this direction. It's wheel moving to my right, but pretty much it stays in the same place.
All right.
Nice play-by-play there. What about for you, Holly?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't really think it's floaty.
Okay.
But there were a couple of the big bumps that it didn't quite mask as well as I hoped.
Okay. Okay. Yes, this is definitely not floaty. The competitor to this, the most apt competitor to this that still has a naturally aspirated V6, 3 rows, is the new Honda Pilot. We had that one in the Trail Sport trim. Again, competes against Rock Creek. It was a boat. It floated over everything. Just driving it through our neighborhood over some of the interchanges and stuff, it was a boat. It floated over everything, and I didn't like it. This, a little firmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll come back to how the power is and all that, but as we're sitting here, what do you think are some of my favorite things sitting here in this seat? Storage place for my phone right here.
Storage place. I do
that
like
I can
that.
conveniently have plugged up here. We have a USB-A and C port up here. Both interface with the wired-only Apple CarPlay, which is a little antiquated. But some fun storage things in here, which segues nicely. What are your thoughts on storage inside?
Yeah, I think I like that there's a lot of different little options here. Like you have a little cubby right there. I could see, well, I don't know if your phone would go there, but
I had to try it.
you know, like meter money could go there.
Okay.
My lipstick would fit perfectly there.
Well,
I don't have it with me, but
Your lipstick would also fit very perfectly right there.
right there, as well as meter money. But this is nice and big, and it's got a little carpet down here, so at least things aren't going to roll around down
Rattle.
there. But I mean, if it hits the side,
Yeah.
it would. But
And then,
and then you've got this, and you've
Yeah.
got
and then you got
storage
this,
down
like,
here.
you
Yeah,
can
and then you've got the storage.
hide a
underneath
dead
it.
body under there. It's massive. Just how much room is underneath this floating center console. So,
Yeah. And that's just up here. I mean, we're not even talking about all the storage that we got back there.
yeah, tons of storage back
Tons
there.
of storage space. There's a little
Center console.
console in the middle.
Why don't we
Cup
pause?
holders.
Why don't we pause right there, and I put Tucker's car seat in both rows back there and talk about some of the amenities in the back 2 rows. Before I bring Tucker's child safety seat in, there is actually quite a bit I need to talk about in these 2 rows before we complicate things with Tucker's child safety seat. First and foremost, this center console. Yes, we've got captain seats here in the 2nd row, but we do have a center console that is 100% and completely removable as long as you know where the handle is up front. And then you can pull it out, and now you have a nice pass-through to get to that 3rd row without folding the seats forward. I'll go ahead and show you. It is a little on the narrow side, but it's hard black plastic back here. And, well, I can sort of wedge myself back here and get back here. But getting back out is super easy because Nissan has put a release button on the back of the seats here. So that is a very nice touch. And you can see by the way that the seat has moved out of the way that it is, as I call, child seat friendly, because I can leave Tucker's child seat in and still get into the third row. So I don't need to remove the center console. I can still get in there with child seats in place, which I like a whole lot. If you remember the last time we had a Rock Creek, for whatever reason, this seat mechanism was not working. So I am so glad that we got one that it actually does. There's also a button down here, and we can also fold the seats completely flat as well. You can see we've got top tethers on the backs of both of the captain's chairs and lower latch points. So we'll go ahead and bring in Tucker's Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat. Same one he used when he was rearward facing. Make sure the seat's all the way back. And as you can see, I didn't need to move that front seat forward at all. Still plenty of room in here for a rear facing car seat. So I appreciate that immensely. You would expect that with a vehicle this large. And then as far as putting the child seat in, we'll feed that top tether back through, scoot the seat back in place. The lower latches are a little bit obstructed by the seating material, but are very easy to line up and latch. And then this being not an overly large vehicle, me at 5'10", I don't need any steps or anything to get in and tighten this down. You can see, snug it down very nicely. And then we're gonna go ahead, wedge that in. And one of my favorite things about sliding second row seats is I can bring it forward to get that top tether in the back. Granted, these don't slide forward as much as I would like, but it is still a nice option that I can sort of go blind putting this top tether in. But now you can see that is nice and secured. And then again, hitting that button does still give me a little bit of room to climb in the back, even with Tucker's child safety seat in. Now, yes, I'm gonna climb back in that third row because there is one anchor spot in the back seat, even though we have top tethers all the way across. Okay, talking a third row, there's, well, a nice double step to get in here, and then plenty of room. Once I get that headrest out of the way, go ahead and move that camera up a little bit for you. But you can see I've got a decent amount of space back here. I am a little upright, but these seats do recline to get really comfortable, but that really cuts into my rear cargo space, which we'll touch on in just a second. The third seat belt does come down from the ceiling, so if you're going to need that, that is stored for you up here in the ceiling. And we do have a 60/40 split bench rear seat, but as I mentioned, the lower latch points are only here on the driver's side of the vehicle, even though we have top tethers all the way across. Just something I want to call out to you. Another thing, these massive headrests don't fold down automatically. You do have to pull this latch on the, or lever on the back of the headrests themselves. And when putting a child seat back here, you're gonna need the headrest up because you're gonna need to go up and over it with that top tether. All that talking aside, let's bring in Tucker's child safety seat. And you can see, backing out, here we go. Very graceful. But bring in Tucker's Graco seat, plop it down in here, and now I get to climb back in. Don't you love watching me do this? And we will go up and over with that top tether. We'll worry about that in just a moment. And then the lower latch points are marked with buttons on the seats, but are fairly easy to get to. So I've got no complaints with how easy they are to reach. And then I've got plenty of room to get in here and snug that down. So that is a nice snug fit. Go ahead, wedge this in just a little bit more. Now let's head back to the back, talk cargo and top tether. Coming to the back of the Pathfinder Rock Creek, you will find a manually opening hatch with an electronic release there, but no power hatch on the Rock Creek. You can see, again, 60/40 split bench rear seat. But before we talk top tether and all that, why don't we go ahead and talk cargo space. Behind the third row of seats, we have 16.6 cubic feet of space. Fold those down, you have 45. Fold the second row seats down and you have 80.5. So that's quite a bit of cargo space in this 3-row SUV. We even have a hidden spot underneath the rear floor back here. And you can see this actually stays in place mostly because the hinges have a little bit of resistance to them. So you can hide a backpack or something down there. The Rock Creek also gives you these all-weather floor mats all the way back here in the back, so you can't throw dirty items back here. As I mentioned earlier, to fold the headrests down so you can actually see out the back window, you have to fold them down from here. And then the 60/40 split pinch seats are folded by that lever there. But we are back here to talk how to install the child safety seat, and you can see with this short overhang, it is very easy to tighten this down. And then you can see we get a little bit of squish to the top of the headrest. This is definitely a two-handed job that I will do again when I don't have the camera in my hand. But there you go, a nice bit of cargo space. We'll go ahead and show you what that looks like folded. Nice bit of cargo space back here in the Pathfinder Rock Creek. All right, so yes, tons of space in this. And you probably don't even know this, a hidden compartment way back in the way back.
Way back in the way back.
That I could put a couple of backpacks in and completely conceal and hide underneath the floor. So tons of space in this. Yeah.
Nice.
Good storage. Other things we like, tri-zone climate control. We can control tuckers. Where are the air vents?
Up top.
In the ceiling where we like them.
Any parents who have kids in car seats
Especially rear-facing car seats.
Rear-facing car seats, yeah. Know that the roof-mounted AC vents keep them a lot cooler, especially in this Texas summer heat.
Yep.
And a black interior.
Yep. And no sunshades on the back 2 rows.
No, but the windows are pretty dark anyway, so that's nice. Yeah, so a couple things they don't have. No head-up display, no 2-person memory seats.
No window shades.
No
but that's just
heated
here.
Or ventilated seats. Or heated seats, not ventilated.
And that's all because we have the Rock Creek. So this is the rugged off-road one. The Platinum trim gets a lot of those things that we don't have. Yeah. But we do have all-weather floor mats, which are really great for us as a family. Hopping in, going on adventures and doing stuff. We already talked about the cloth and leatherette seats. There's all-weather floor mats way back in the cargo area that is a little chintzy. But yeah. Tucker, what are some of your favorite things before we ask Mommy how it drives?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
Do you got a lot of space back there?
Yeah.
Do you like having space back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holly, how's it drive?
It drives nice and smooth. It doesn't, the power doesn't feel like it's a huge boat.
Okay. What about the steering? Does it feel like it's ginormous from the steering?
No.
No?
No, not from the steering. I would say it's a little bit on the tighter side, but not too bad.
Yeah. So very easy to maneuver. We've got 360 cameras in this one, which very interesting. The camera button says camera, which is weird to me. Most put the camera icon. I don't know. I just, when I'm looking for it, I'm looking for the icon, not the word camera.
Yeah.
Make way. Pretty clear views from the cameras as well.
Oh, yeah, and the small screen doesn't detract from that.
How's the visibility?
The visibility is really good.
Yeah.
I have a big clear view straight to the back of the big O window in the back.
You want to know our #1 comment the last time we had this vehicle?
What?
Just how cavernous it felt inside. It feels very large in here.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of space.
There's a lot of space.
Especially up above us. So, headroom galore.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts before I pull out the window sticker?
It's big. I like it. I mean, if we were looking... Did I like the last one? I feel like I didn't like the last one.
You did, actually.
I did like the last one? Okay, well, I still do.
At least you're consistent.
At least I'm consistent. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we were in the market for a 3-row SUV, it would definitely be in the lineup, depending on how much it is.
All right. So again, this is not the top trim. There are more expensive trims. We'll touch on fuel economy. This does have a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6. So no turbo 4 or anything like that. 20 city, 23 highway, 21 combined. We've seen about that, but we've really done mostly in-town school pickup lines and such. Cardias.
57.
Nope.
Too low?
Too high.
Oh. 47.
Still too high.
Really? Still too high. Interesting. 41.
Too low.
Okay.
45,305 as this one is currently spec'd for us.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So fits in our garage. It's big, but it fits in our garage. Cameras really help with that. All around, very nice. Very calm, very
It
comfortable.
definitely doesn't feel like I'm going to get run over.
Yeah. Go see our Tacoma video for all of that. And speaking of which, you can find Holly some behind the scenes stuff, more stuff from her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, our second stint in a Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek. Until next time, gearheads.
Bye.
Bye.
That was just it not getting into gear. Because I had it in park. Me not being used to it. Don't me. I will slap that right off your face.
I have an idea of one day that we can do. We can make a Garage Talk movie.
Oh my goodness. The feel of these two cars that you're saying at the Passport is very different. I don't know, what do you call it? The style, the way the style makes you feel. What is that?
Essence.
What do you say? The essence. Like, you know, there's like the way a Bronco makes you feel versus like a regular old SUV makes you feel.
So you like the feel of this?
I like the feel of this, the essence of this one.
Okay.
It's not a regular old SUV.
No, it is not. Which is why
Not that there's anything wrong with driving a regular old SUV. I'm just saying that.
I have been seeing a lot of these turn up since the last time we had one. So
This one gives you some, what do you call it?
chutzpah.
Like a mouth feel, but,
Ew! God, why?
but for your body, a body feel.
Oh.
Can somebody please put poop in my mouth?
No,
This is going off the
you
rails.
took it the wrong way. You went the wrong way, son.